swinging in, and it's a fair ball, and Wayzata wins it. Champlin Park back to state for the third straight year.
Hello and welcome to Sports Jam for the week of February 5th. I'm Jay Wilcox.
And I'm John Jacobson. Today on the show, we'll look ahead to the girls' hockey playoffs, plus meet a Champlin Park boys basketball star who has an expanded role this season. That's in our Sports Jam Spotlight.
And we'll talk girls basketball with the Maple Grove Crimson. But first, conference championship meets in Nordic skiing. Section titles are on the line this week, but before that, teams warmed up by vying for conference titles, including those in the Northwest Suburban. Armstrong's Lucy Anderson starting second in the girls' pursuit format based on her time in the freestyle race. And in the end, Anderson overtakes Sarah Olson of Blaine for the top spot. Her combined time is 28:10.6. Olson finishes second, 6 seconds back. Armstrong takes the next 2 spots. Leah Rudd is third for the Falcons with her teammate Mae Barnes in 4th place as the Falcons race to the team win. Sydney Crandall of Champlin Park is 7th. Park Center's Elizabeth Matson and Armstrong's Rainey Baker also make the top 10. Then it's the boys' turn at Worth. Will Ahmed of Armstrong starts in 3rd place. Blaine senior Ben Olson is all by himself in 1st at the end. Olson wins in a combined time of 23:47. He wins by nearly 45 seconds. Then it's a group of 3. Joe Lynch of Spring Lake Park is followed by James Szymanski of Blaine, and then Ahmed, who is pretty tired as he takes 4th place while leading the Falcons to the team title. CJ Young of Maple Grove is 6th with the next 9 skiers, all from local teams too. Here's what girls winner Anderson had to say.
There was some tough competition out there, but I managed to pull ahead in the end, and it was rough the first part of the race, but it was a fun race.
As we check the team scores, starting with the girls, Armstrong races to the win with Andover not too far behind in 2nd. Maple Grove is 6th, Champlin Park 7th, Osseo 11th, and Park Center 12th. Armstrong also takes the boys' title with 627 points. Blaine is 2nd, and Champlin Park with a good showing to take 3rd. Maple Grove is 8th, Osseo 10th, and Park Center 12th. You can watch for highlights of the Section 5 and Section 6 meets on our daily newscasts on CCX and next week here on Sports Jam.
The temperature had dropped nearly 30 degrees by the time Lake Conference Nordic skiers took the course a day after the Northwest Suburban meet. Worth Park the site for this one as well. Anders Sonderson of Wayzata, the boys winner in a combined 2-race time of 25 minutes, 47.8 seconds. Teammates James Schneider and Luke Golan follow him. The top-ranked Trojans take the boys' team title. Girls pursuit, Wayzata's Mara McCollar takes 1st. Her teammate and sister Lauryn McCollar is 3rd, followed by Carolyn House. The Trojans take 3 of the top 4 places. Hopkins takes spots 6 through 9 to finish 3rd as a team. Here are the team scores. Edina edges Wayzata for the girls' Lake Conference title. After Hopkins, it's Eden Prairie and Minnetonka. Wayzata's boys with 543 team points takes the boys' championship. The Trojans are followed by Edina, Eden Prairie, Minnetonka, and Hopkins. Here's what girls winner McCollar had to say.
I'm really excited for sections. Sections will be super fun. We have Hopkins and Armstrong both in our section, which is a really solid section. It'll be really interesting to see. Individually, I feel really good. I've been racing fairly well and pretty consistently, so it'll be fun.
Now to girls hockey, where the regular season wrapped up over the weekend for most teams as they tuned up for playoff competition. Wayzata with back-to-back home games Friday and Saturday. Friday against Rochester Lourdes. Great save by Wayzata goalie Grace Boswell Healy as she robs Elizabeth Arndt on the scoring chance. A big stop there for Healy. The Trojans break a scoreless tie in the second period. Alexa Osell off the feed from Sophie Urban. And it's 1-0 Trojans 9 minutes into the period. Lourdes ties it late in the second. Claire Nelson will go high on the short side, and it's a 1-1 game through 2 periods. First minute of the third, and Wayzata's Mackenzie Schneider banks a pass ahead to Gretchen Branton, and Branton does the rest, sneaking a shot into the Eagles' net. Wayzata has the lead for good at 2-1. They score again a short time later on a power play. Osseo slides the pass to Emily Wisniewski. She fires it home for her 5th of the season. Wayzata wins 3-1. They also won Saturday to finish with a 17-7-1 record.
The puck drops this week for the girls hockey playoffs. Section 6AA includes several local teams, and it's as tough as any section in the state. Edina is the #1 seed in 6AA. Blake, new to Class 2A, is the #2 seed. Wayzata is 3rd with Hopkins Park 5th and Benilde St. Margaret 6th. Armstrong Cooper is the 8th seed and Osseo Park Center 9th. They have a play-in game. In quarterfinal games on Saturday, Edina meets the AC versus OPC winner at noon. Cretin meets Hopkins Park at 2:15. Wayzata plays Benilde at 4:30, and Blake plays Minnehaha United at 6:45. The semifinals are next Wednesday and the final next Friday, the 16th. The whole tournament is at Parade Ice Garden. Breck is the top seed in Section 5A, where the path to state is easier with Blake no longer in that section. Orono is the #2 seed with Totino Grace 3rd and Minneapolis 4th. Grace plays Holy Angels in the quarterfinals Wednesday, while Breck has a bye in the next Tuesday's semifinals. Many of our local girls hockey teams are in Section 5AA, where seeding took place after this taping of Sports Jam. Maple Grove looks like a contender in the section. First-year co-op team Champlin Park Coon Rapids coming to Maple Grove to face off with the 4th-ranked Crimson last week. Highlights from this one: Chloe Corbin winning a face-off. Maya Martinez firing the shot in for a goal. Crimson on the board less than 3 minutes into the game. Later in the first, Crimson on the power play. Manon McMahon skates it out of the corner right to the front of the net, and she shoots and scores. That's her 21st goal of the season. Crimson lead at 2-0 after 1. Second period, a battle for the puck along the end boards. Lauryn Stensley emerges with it and comes out front and scores. It's the lone goal of the period. Maple Grove is up 3-0 after 2. In the third, a great breakout pass from McMahon to Stensley. The freshman skates in alone and scores on the breakaway. Martinez adds another goal late to cap the scoring. Grove blanks Champlin Park Coon Rapids 5-0.
Sure looks like Maple Grove and Wayzata will be tough out in their section tournament.
And the Maple Grove, or Wayzata especially, a tough section to play on. Man, Edina and Blake, top 2 seeds in that. Still to come here on Sports Jam. Highlights from basketball and wrestling, plus a showdown for first place in boys hockey. Welcome back to Sports Jam, and time to talk boys hockey.
The West Division title in the Northwest Suburban Conference came down to 2 local teams going head-to-head Saturday. Armstrong Cooper, the visitors, traveling to Champlin to take on the Champlin Park Rebels. The Rebels score early. Jeff Rylance with a shot from the circle that sneaks through the goalie's pads. Aiden Grant is on the backside to bang the puck home, and it's 1-0 Champlin Park 2 minutes in. The Wings' answer is Eric Schneider. Fights off a check and skates into the Rebels zone. His shot from the slot finds the back of the net, and it's a 1-1 game after a period. Champlin Park breaks the tie in the second. Derek Roberts with a shot to the goalie's glove side and in, and it's a 2-1 Rebels lead. Later in the second, Roberts wins a race to the puck in the wing zone. He'll slide a perfect pass over to Grant, who shoots and scores. This goal makes it 3-1 Rebels. Champlin Park adds one more goal in the third to make it 4-1, lifting them into first place in the championship of the West Division of the Northwest Suburban.
This is unbelievable to see all the seniors win this. We did it for them, and it's just one of our goals though, and we hope to keep going forward.
You know, it feels great. You know, over the summer we're really working hard. We're taking sprints on the outside. You know, we're lifting, we're really going hard, so it's really good to see our hard work paying off.
Wayzata beat Edina in last season's Section 6AA boys hockey final. The Trojans and Hornets met for the first time this season last week at the Plymouth Ice Center. Late first period, Edina's Ben Brinkman with a shot. That's tipped in by number 11, Lewis Crosby, and it's 1-0 Hornets. Less than 2 minutes later, Crosby skates it in from the boards, and he'll fire home another goal. It's his 14th of the season. Coach Kurt Giles' team leads at 2-0 after a period. Early second period, and Mason Reiners fires it toward the net. The puck comes to Demetrios Komatsis. He scores, and it's 3-0 Edina. The Hornets don't get any more thanks to the work of Wayzata goalie Trevor Wong. He makes several big saves and finishes with 28 stops on the night. Wayzata gets on the board in the third period. A great end-to-end rush here by Ryan Mulrennan. He goes top shelf to beat goalie Garrett Mackay, but that's all Wayzata gets in the game. Edina wins at 3-1. The teams will play again on February 17th at Braemar Ice Arena. Now to boys basketball, where rivals Park Center and Champlin Park went head-to-head in a Northwest Suburban Conference crossover game. This one on the Pirates' home court. Highlights from this: Park Center sophomore Dane Danger will drive and throw down the dunk for PC. Josiah Strong has a big game for Champlin Park. He hits a three here for a 31-23 Rebels lead. And then Strong drives and scores for a 10-point lead. He nets 18 in the first half alone. Kahari Broadway with a three for Park Center. The Champlin Park leads 42-36 at the break. Strong drives on the 6'9 Danger and scores with the left hand. And then it's Jared Walter with a three-pointer for the Rebels as they take control early in the second half. James Ware team lays into his team and they respond. DJ Purnell gets the rebound, put back and foul, cuts the Champlin Park lead down to 1. Jarius Cook with a three for the Pirates. He scores 24 points. It's anybody's game with 3 minutes left. Benedetto strokes a huge three-pointer for the Rebels and putting them up 82-79 with less than a minute to go. Pirates on the break with a chance to tie or take the lead, but a great defensive play by Otto getting the steal, and that seals it. Champlin Park wins 86-81. They added an overtime win over Wayzata on Saturday.
In girls basketball, Cooper leads the Metro West Conference and is rated #1 in the state in Class 3A. The Hawks took on another of the top teams in the Metro West when they hosted St. Louis Park. TT Lawrence drives and zips the pass across to Kiara Buford for an open three from the left wing and an early 7-2 Hawks lead. Aja Wheeler with the crossover dribble, and she gets all the way to the bucket for the layup on her way to a 14-point game for Cooper. Longs gets another assist as she sends it to freshman Andrea Tribble for a three, and the Hawks are very efficient offensively early in the game. In transition, Wheeler dumps it inside to Arthel Massaquoi for two, and it's 35-23 Cooper. Late in the first half, Longs drives and kicks it back to Tribble, who drives to beat the buzzer with a layup. Cooper leads by 8 at the half, and they roll to a 77-48 win. Prep wrestlers are gearing up for section competition. Maple Grove looks like one of the top teams in the area. They face district rival Park Center. Maple Grove's Joey Thompson is ranked #1 at 113. He shows why. He wrestles at 106 and uses the armbar to take Alvin Vu over to his back. Thompson gets the pin for the Crimson. At 113, Dylan Schultz gets a near fall here for Maple Grove. He beats Jason Summers by technical fall. After another pin, the Crimson take a 17-0 lead through 3 matches. Park Center has a little run from there. Zeph Yang gets near fall points on the way to a 10-5 decision in the 126-pound matchup. At 132, Ismail Conte gets the double leg takedown. He beats David Grant 5-3 in a good match, and that's followed by 2 Crimson forfeits, so PC briefly has a lead. But it's all Maple Grove after that. Akota Aiken gets the near fall against Matt Stack in the 152-pound match. Aiken wins by tech falls. Maple Grove rolls to a 51-18 win. They host Osseo on Pack the Gym night this Friday.
For many years, the Breck Gymnastics team has hosted a luau invitational meet. Most of our area's top teams were on hand Saturday in Golden Valley. Champlin Park comes up with a season-high score 145.75 to win the meet. Maple Grove is second at 144.65, with Wayzata third and Breck fourth. Cheney New of Champlin Park wins the all-around with a score of 38.45. Great meet for her. And one girls basketball note, Jay Heritage Christian Academy senior Haley Scott reached the 2,000-point mark for her career in a win over Pack Charter School on Saturday. Congratulations to her.
Yeah, great performance, and she's now their leading scorer all time as she passes Autumn Beasley from the class of 2008. Straight ahead in our Sports Jam Spotlight, meet a local boys basketball player who's enjoying a breakout senior season. Josiah Strong is the latest in the line of very good players to come through the Champlin Park boys basketball program. The Rebels are young this season and they've had some ups and downs, but Strong has emerged as a top-end player and leader. Jason Melillo profiles the Champlin Park senior in this week's Sports Jam Spotlight.
Josiah Strong had the good fortune to learn from former Champlin Park players like JT Gibson and McKinley Wright. Both led the Rebels to the state tournament and are now playing Division I basketball.
They're two guys that I've really been they kind of took me in when I came in as a freshman and showed me what hard work is. So they kind of brought me to workouts with them and told me just little things that would help me. So it was a big influence coming into high school, and it kind of helped me grow as a player and helped me in the position I am now.
Now Strong is the man young players look to for guidance, but being a leader has been a work in progress for the senior. For most of Strong's time at Champlin Park, the Rebels have been a dominant team, but this season, they've struggled at times.
I have to learn to especially be positive. That's something I've been working on, be positive with my teammates all the time, because I'm used to being in a position where I don't really have to lead as much with other leaders.
Josiah is seeing that this year that, yeah, sometimes, with 11 seniors graduating, it is a younger team. It doesn't mean that they're not talented, it's just they're less experienced. I think he's understanding, hey, I got to take it easy. These guys aren't necessarily all at the Division I level right now and not ready, kind of like the past few years of his high school experience.
Strong contributes all over the floor. He's the Rebels' leading scorer at 22.4 points a game and also averages 5 rebounds and 3 assists per game.
Last year, I was kind of just more of a straight shooter because I had McKinley and those guys, so my role was just to shoot. But this year, I kind of get to show more of what I've been working on, my all-around scoring.
Strong attacking against Walton. He scores and a foul.
Strong is working to get better as a defender, where he says he can sometimes be lackadaisical. Head coach Mark Tucksher is already seeing the results of that effort.
The defensive side, I'm seeing him, take things to heart and really work on that side of the game so he can become even more of a better, well-rounded player.
Strong knew he wanted to play basketball at the next level, and several colleges recruited him. Strong discussed his options with his family, and particularly his father, Paul, who is the head football coach at Park Center High School. Ultimately, Josiah committed to the Naval Academy, even though he'd never really considered serving in the military and was apathetic when Navy first approached him.
When they first offered me, I was I had no interest at all in going into the military or Navy or anything, but I went on a visit and then I just realized a lot of people don't realize that it's just regular people, everyday people, and all the other athletes for the most part were kind of the same position as me when they first got offered the opportunity. So I kind of just went in with open arms and open eyes, and it was an eye-opening experience, and I really liked the way it looked for my future, and I just had to think for more than just basketball, and it was just a great decision.
They said, we're not just offering him for athletics, we're offering him for his academic achievements. And we've always stressed in our house that education is primary. And so when he went and he played basketball with some of the guys and realized that these guys had other offers to go other places, but they chose to come to the Naval Academy.
Champlin Park just wrapped up a 3-game week with 3 wins, including a dismantling of 6th-ranked Park Center, in which Strong scored 36 points. The Rebels are now 12-5, and Strong believes they're starting to peak and will be at their best come playoff time. Jason Melillo, CCX Sports.
Strong scored 85 points in the 3 wins for Champlin Park last week. They're now 12-5 on the season. Sports Jam returns in a moment as John talks girls basketball with the Maple Grove Crimson.
Welcome back to Sports Jam. The Maple Grove girls basketball team is having a great season. They've got a big game coming up Thursday night against Park Center, and they join us now on the show. We'll start with a couple of seniors, beginning with Rebekah Tyler, and tell me about this team and the success you've had, how much fun you've had in the gym here.
Well, this season's been a ton of fun. I mean, we just show up to practice and work hard every day, and just got to scout the teams and be ready to play. And we're playing Park Center this week, and we lost to them last time, but we've been preparing and we're ready to play them.
How much did off-season work help, all the work you guys did in the summer to get ready for this year?
Off-season helped a lot. We had a lot of younger girls come in this year, and being able to play with them earlier in the summer just helped to start right away in the season. We had some team chemistry already built.
On the court, what have you done well as a team?
On the court, I think we work the ball pretty well. We're a great defensive team. We make it hard to score. And all around, I think we're just a tough team.
Has defense improved this year over last year, do you think, as a team?
I think immensely, yeah. I think that's one of the places that our team has grown since last year.
Rebekah, good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Lauryn, Moline, another senior, and you've got a big game coming up later this week. I know you don't overlook any opponents, including Armstrong on Monday. But tell me about Park Center. You did play them earlier this season. What kind of challenges do they present as an opponent?
Park Center, they're really, really quick, really scrappy. So we just have to learn to be tough with the ball and take care of it on offense, and then on defense, just make sure we keep them in front of us. So.
These first 20 games that you guys have played, how much have you improved even since game 1 to where you're at today, do you believe?
I feel like we've improved a lot. Chemistry-wise, I feel like we've learned to work better as a team. We know where each other is going to be on the court. Defensive-wise, we're better in help side. Just all the fundamentals we've just worked on and improved a lot.
Rebekah mentioned the young players. How much have they contributed to this team's success?
They've contributed a lot. I'm so glad for everyone who's joined this team. They're all great. They're very positive, and so that's very important to the success of the team. And so it's been a lot of fun.
You still got a half dozen games or so left in the regular season. What needs to still improve to be ready for section play?
I'd say just working on being strong with the ball, moving it together. We just got to clean up the little things like hustle, make sure we always are hustling and bring the energy to every game. Every once in a while, we maybe just don't bring the energy as much, so that's most important.
Lauryn, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Head coach Mark Cook, tell me about the energy that the girls talked about and how they seem to bring it most every night here.
Yeah, no, the kids have really worked hard. And that starts with practice, and being able to have a high energy level at practice. And we've kind of tapered off our practices a little bit. We're not going quite as long, but the expectation is to if we only go for an hour, hour and a half, that you're going hard for an hour and a half, and then that transfers over into games. Kids are a little bit more fresh. Kids are a little bit more excited to be in the gym. They feel like that it's new, it's different, it's fresh every night. So the kids have really embraced that.
You got a chance for a division title. How much would that mean to your team?
Well, it's one of the goals that you set at the beginning of the year, and the kids we have up in our locker room, we have banners of the previous conference championships and section championships, and the kids talk about wanting to be able to add one of those banners, and but it's all part of the process, and I think that's where it becomes important is the kids experience some success, and that builds confidence, and then you just keep rolling. And we've got a lot of obstacles between now and then. We got some good teams in front of us left on the schedule. Obviously Thursday, the Park Center game's a huge one. They're such a talented group, such a well-coached group, so we got to come ready to play.
Thanks, and good luck the rest of the season.
All right, thanks, John.
Maple Grove girls basketball team, again, a great start so far. 16-4 coming into play this week, and big game at Park Center on Thursday night. We'll take a break and come back and wrap up Sports Jam. First, here's a look at our plays of the week.
Jam. Pass in front. Oh, and another big stop by Wong.
Help feed those in need by attending the Empty Bowls Osseo Area Schools event on Thursday, March 8th. Find out more at ccxmedia.org under Cities and in the Community.
Our game of the week is a rivalry matchup on the wrestling mat. Maple Grove hosts Osseo Friday night at 7. See it live on CCX channel 799 and 12 and online at ccxmedia.org, or catch the replays Saturday at 7 p.m. and Sunday at 10 a.m. and 4 p.m.
And that will do it for this week's show. Next week, we'll have section skiing, girls hockey highlights, and more.
The next 6 weeks or so, the best time of the year in high school sports. We'll see you next time here on Sports Jam.